Hello everyone out there in immense huge chunk of land. I'm Al, just sitting home now. It's interesting to watch when I watch my reflection of the camera or on the camera front side. I have a camera that can install at the top of my screen, and it sits there being pegged like at the top of the upper brink of my screen, and the front surface of this camera is reflecting my image pretty vividly and I can watch it right now. I'm watching it right now. I see my eyes slightly upper when I watched at it, just maybe not a particular now I'm looking to the camera, but now I'm just kind of like redirecting my sight from the camera and particularly looking at the front side of my camera, which is reflecting me pretty good way under my flat. I mean, in action introductory theme went on, and we can actually do what do we do for the major part of my videos here. If I can do nothing right, if you're my attentive and regular and loyal follower, probably you know how it goes down on my toys toys related stores. All the toys in my life is scattered around. The items are living pretty happily around my spot, and they were just not even toys, they're tools, I should say. That's what I meant to say, fucking fun and said it. They're tools for my American, and they all help me describing them, going around them, and particular diving particularities probably in a random item that might be found or in close proximity to my tentacles. I grabbed it, I would grab it, and I would tell something about it, and that way I developed my skill of talking about not only about whatever, but about talking particularly about being related to some item or notion, or tangible item or physical item, whatever. So anyway, I'll be drinking water on my shit. If not better, if everything goes like mismatching your expectations, then you know where to go and what to do. People kind of complain, making sounds complaining about me not being just very clear to the probably not Native American ear, but I'm doing intentionally and reducing the clarity of my speech. I'm trying to make those blended sounds or sound like for native speakers, like a native speaker. I probably, if I wanted, I would pronounce everything is very clear and concise and definite and distilled way. But I don't fucking want to do that. I want to sound like completely like. Anyway, I want to be in the flow, that's what I meant to say. Be in the flow, and it's not something that you always say like some distant voice sounding out of your mouth, something like always like half muffled and half not clear, but it's all live. It's all like all these live streams go. If you followed or ever follow those native footages, they don't fucking care about your ears. They say what they say, and it's up to you whether you're clear about what's been just said or whether it's not clear. It's like interconnected process. The more you do your own unclear blended speech, unclear, I mean unclear not only for unprepared ear. If you want to do that more, that probably you're perusing yourself after your footages are made, and that way you would immerse yourself into your own speech being like blended and sounding like probably like they do, like native speakers do, and probably that way you'll be more prepared for following those next footages of native speakers. They also I should say same that way in that mood now, trying to get upon the theme of you understanding that them all completely to the full extent, 100% mark. If everything's clear to your ears so far, let's just slow it down for a while. Slow it down. And probably I don't want to do that, but let's just say we do that for effect, for my voice to be clear. And finally, if I'm not just again bragging, I'm not understating something or sugarcoating something at the same time. It's just very true story of my life as it goes. No can do. Fucking yummy. So what I did today is say I cleaned up my PC, and I kind of removed the not needed stuff out from the hard drive of my PC. Now it's operating pretty fast, and I also made one phone call to my friend. He kindly advised me to use some app, not even an app, or some program being on the internet space and use that, but you in order to rejigger the empty spaces around my PC hard drive to save the PC, to say to direct my PC, say my PC take that empty part of E hard drive section and flank it or join it, put it in the C section, so that your C section of your hard drive would be bigger that way, and that your E section of your hard drive would be less roomy for keeping some extra fluff in many nothing materials. But the main point here is to make the C section of your hard drive bigger in order for your PC to operate well and not take those long pauses and slowing down points where they may occur if your PC doesn't have enough room in your C section of your hard drive. So I removed all the not needed extra fluff. This is the first thing I've done, and after that I, without using that program, only like superficially I solved that problem, but we'll see how it goes, because it's like maybe a band-aid, maybe it's just temporary solution, or it's a radical solution. We'll see how it goes with my activities as I pile up or not in the stuff already on my C section of my hard drive, and that gets congested and prevents my PC from operating properly. Recently I got that point that I wasn't almost unable to use my PC because it was slow. It always was in snaps, like slowing down, trying to load something, trying to pick something on my screen, but it was very slow, very fucking slow. That's why I found time today to remove all this not needed extra fluff out of my hard drive generally, and rejigger the amounts of free spaces between my C section of my PC and my E section of the hard drive of my PC. So C section of my PC hard drive got bigger that way, and it's now 8.25 gigabytes. It's very low amount of free space, I know, but for me so far it's pretty safe, that just say that it's enough, and for my operations, for my activities, and again, each section of my hard drive PC got smaller, but I don't care about it because I don't store stuff in their hard drive. I only predominantly use it like online, and that's what I tend to do. And yeah, it's kind of like that's pretty much what I wanted to say. And if you got everything out of what I said, that means you're a good boy or you're a good gal, and I'm being a good boy all the time. I'm telling you, I've been mischievous like or some points in the past. Those times again, those times now again, and I'm back to my whatever being good kind of attitude guy kind of thing, and I'm pretty happy with it. If you disagree, tell me why. If you agree, tell me why. If you agree but don't want to tell me why, don't tell me why. So anyway, I'll be good, and you'll be good with any doings or undoings of yours. Undoings, I highly recommend it. Don't meet those undoings, and only do what is necessary and the right things in your life. You'll be good about whatever them happening and having them done. Be good, get all safe in the match, and don't fucking think about switching the shit off, because I wouldn't allow you to do that, and that instead I already read the shit up. It's laying my floor right now, doesn't block or fucking pushes waste anymore. We can do with our lives what do we want, and if so, then you know what to do. Yeah, it's pleasure, thanks for being with it tonight for practicing. Let's fucking know to the point where we're practicing my America. Be good, get all, stay tuned, and bye. So around guys and gals very soon. Night, whatever time of the day you're having right now. Be good, thanks again. Pleasure.